All right, welcome back to the Cool Cast Podcast, the coolest podcast on the planet. All right, shouts out to the Lord, His only begotten Son, the Messiah. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about from the beginning, from the jump. You know what I'm saying? A few years after it started, that's what it became to be about. But anyhow, so I'm watching the House of David. Um, I'm thinking the cause of all this is because what I'm saying, the episode I was catching up with Abner was hollering at Saul about going back to his hometown and all this year to catch up with the weaponry that the Philistines was dealing with and shit like this year, so they can catch a head or whatever. But that boy Saul was like, no, but you ain't fucking not sending you. Somebody else out there, but he like, no, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, all right, fuck it, take some motherfuckers with you. They ended up sending David out there and shit. David was with a few of the guys that it was like 4 other cats he took with him. But David and his brother was there. But anyhow, fucking the boy Abner, as they was exiting out with the Smith, that's what I'm saying, that be forging the weaponry and shit. This nigga mama, whatever, like, cause she had sent somebody else out to capture them up, whatever. But the whole time, like, his mama, like, I guess like she was running the land. She was like a witch doctor or some shit. So boom, all that shit. So she chatting all them off, and she get to David, and she like, oh, who the fuck is you? And then all that, how David anointed by the Lord to be king and all this shit. So she like, oh no, let them go. We can't do them nothing, cause she understood that, what I'm saying, like, that type of power that, what I'm saying. So she was like, yeah, we can't even touch these dudes, and they let them go or whatever, shit like this shit. So I'm assuming on that behalf, even the situation with Samuel when Saul was trying to kill David and all this here. And so I'm assuming that's part of the reason why I had this in the dream. But anyhow, so I'm walking on my way home or whatever. So I see this lady. She looked like a swag. So I'm thinking she a drug addict, like she, I'm saying, crack cocaine. I don't know, but I'm thinking she like a swag or whatever. So, and something came upon me, like, I don't know if it was the holy angel or something. I don't know, but something came upon me like, no, this is a witch doctor or some shit like this. And she knee deep in like black magic and black craft, all this here. So in my mind, I'm thinking upon myself like fleeing, like, what I'm saying, away from her. So, and I think it was like on a spiritual communication too. I don't think she spoke it verbally. I can't really remember that far, but anyhow, I remember her hollering at me like, like, I'm way swifter than you and way quicker. Like, you can't get away from me by running on foot. Like, it's not going. So then I just kept walking. So I don't know if it was like a house or like apartment, because like those apartment buildings that's like enclosed. You walk inside the door, and then they have like the apartments, and you know what I'm saying, shit like that. I don't know what they call them shits, but anyhow, I don't know if it was that or it was a house, because it's crazy. It's this chick I know of. I don't know what I'm saying. I ain't never dealt with her in no form of fashion, but you know what I'm saying. Anyhow, and I remember one time she said some shit to me, and this is what makes me think that she's probably a witch too, because like, what the fuck is she doing in my dream? So as I get home and shit, so I'm like, I see her in like a little, like the door was up. I see her in like, like I said, I don't know if it was like an apartment or it was like a house, and like this bitch was living in the same house with me or some shit. And fucking, anyhow, I'm looking at her, so I'm like, the fuck, like, you fuck around with the little magic and shit too? And she was like smirking and like taunting and shit. So I'm like, what the fuck, yeah? So boom, from there, the little witch doctor and shit, like on the fucking the little films and shit, like The Exorcist and all this type of shit, her fucking eyes turn black and shit. You heard me? So whatever the fuck she had in summit, this shit about to go down. So I'm like spooked out and shit. So I'm like, you hear me? So I'm like, fuck out this shit. I ain't about to let her just roll over like this shit. So I grab her head, and I had like my thumbs like on her forehead and shit. And I just started calling out to the Messiah. And I just started uttering said prayers, and I don't know what the fuck, but all that shit started to diminish. Like, I started vanquishing whatever the fuck she was trying to like summon in her body or whatever to come out and do whatever the fuck they was about to do. I don't know what happened though after that. I just remember doing that, and I don't remember like if she ended up You know what I'm saying? Catching air and getting the best of me. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I just remember that, like me just like calling upon the Messiah, and then I just started uttering said prayers and shit, and she just started like, you know what I'm saying? That power started croaking in her. But that's fucking nuts. Like this shit. I don't know what's going on, but this shit is some strange. But it ain't the what's catching me is fact. It's not fearful though. But like I don't know what the hell going on with these women with this dreaming shit. But like years ago, I don't know what that shit was about. As lady, and this was one of the coolest ladies, because most of the ladies I like dealt with, especially like on some relationship types. I never been in a relationship, but you know, like talking trash back and forth, like, oh yeah, we together, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Them ladies was like chill, like quiet, like all that type of shit. So I never heard. It was times where she got mad at me and shit, you know, like trying to push her away type shit, and she didn't know what I'm saying, like fussing type shit, but she never like bucked on it. But anyhow, sometime it's like a couple years ago, I had a dream about her, and we was like, you know what I'm saying, cuddled up type shit. And after like release, like I remember like I noticed like there was like excuse me, fucking I noticed there was like a lightish like little red color, as if like she just getting off her period or she about to start the motherfucker or some shit. Like, you know how that shit be. The chicks would be says like, no, I'm just spotting. I'm just chicks be wanting to have sex on the period, but but fucking so immediately she starts tripping out, flashing out on me, like telling me admitting to me that she's a witch and shit, and like, yeah, and I'm like, because I guess she thought I was thinking like she on some magic shit by letting me do sex with her while she bleeding. So she starts flipping out, and I'm like, what the fuck? But I don't know if like, because I was thinking like, damn, was she a witch then, or is she a witch now, or is this about some other chick that I'm doing sex with? Like, I didn't know. I was like, what the fuck was that? Man, this shit's nuts. And then I think about the situation when because most of the time when I dream about a lady, it's about like a lady I done sex with or some shit or whatever, or I never fucking seen her before, if she in a dream. So I don't know what's going on. Bitches just popping up. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I ain't never. Man, wild shit. Wild shit. But yeah, this something I was thinking upon too. My own thinking pattern about the like the whole New World Order thing. I think some time ago that the cats that's running the folks that's running the world and shit, like some time ago they found out about, you know, anyhow, but you know, they know about the script, especially for like, I'm say like 2 decades at least, they've been hearing the prophets speak about said matters, and they know what's happening. So I'm thinking about some time ago, maybe in the 80s or the 90s, the whole New World Order thing, like they're trying to copy off what God is going to end up doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Lord's New World Order, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to last for like an eternity, but they New World Order is only going to last for a few seconds. They thinking like, you know, they finna be able to like overpower and like bring forth this New World Order, this one world thing, to where it's just because that's what the Lord is finna going to end up doing. You know what I'm saying? The new creation, the new heaven, it's going to be like one world. It's going to be one government. It's going to be everybody going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody you ain't going to be able to worship what you want to worship or pray to who you want to pray to. It's going to be just one thing. And I was just thinking of that, like with the whole New World Order thing, like that's what they trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But yeah, this is a cool cast podcast, the coolest podcast on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be cool out there, but hot for the Lord.